A ruthless assassin, a mysterious vampire, and one decision that changes both of their lives forever. If you think this is just another vampire revenge story, trust me, you're not ready for where it goes. So grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive into the complete story of Bloody Hell.
Han Nim, we've arrived.
Okay. Good work.
Ah, I should go with you.
Don't butt in. We're the rear guard.
So you're telling me to just send Hyung Nim off on his own?
Ah, right, you're new. You'll end up being the only one bleeding if you get caught in the middle. Just stand by here and grab the guys who run away.
What does that mean? Don't you realize how many people are in there right now? Hyung Nim will die if he goes in alone.
Nah, he won't. 'Cause that guy's a monster.
Bro's panicking while everyone else is acting like this is just another Tuesday. That he's a monster line tells you Taiwa's reputation speaks for itself. Park Doyen, heir of the organization.
Taiwa, it's obvious that you're the one doing all the work. It's because you're the only one who keeps pushing yourself that your underlings are all trying to sponge off you. Entrust the small jobs to the guys and take care of yourself too.
Kong Tae-woo, current big shot of the organization.
This kind of injury will heal in no time for me. That's not the case for the guys, you know.
Oh really? Then why are you in such a state? You're covered in blood. At this point, I don't even know if I'll be able to stomach eating.
You summoned me saying it was urgent, Hyung. So how would I have had the time to go get cleaned up first? Of course I'd come straight here.
Well, it was indeed urgent. Tae-woo, do you know of the area they call District Z?
I've heard the rumors that it's a haunted district.
That's right. It seems like a number of our guys that recently went there have vanished. Even Father is concerned about whether it really is some ghostly trick or the work.
Should I go and take a look?
Really? You'd do that for us?
Yup. Father's problems are the organization's problems after all.
Thank you, Taiwa. Father will be even more proud of you if you manage to settle this matter.
Tae-woo accepted that mission way too fast. The second someone says, people keep disappearing, you already know this isn't going to end with a normal investigation.
Hyung Nim, will you really be alright? Your wounds from earlier haven't even fully healed yet.
This is ridiculous. Even the new guy is worrying about me now. I'm just gonna confirm it's a rumor, don't worry.
I told the guys to hang back. If even I'm concerned about you, of course the young master is far more worried.
Yeah, right. By the way, if you're driving, where'd Daisuke go?
Ah. Something urgent came up, so Hyung Nim headed over to the main house.
That little punk just leaves and doesn't even tell me. Did he say what was going on?
No. He didn't look too good though, so I couldn't bring myself to ask. We should be arriving soon, Hyung Nim. The atmosphere sure is heavy. Is this really an abandoned neighborhood?
Let's take a look around and see what we can dig up about this rumor. It's dead quiet around here.
I know, right?
Why is the path so blocked up here too? I've heard the stories about this place being haunted, but is there really no one around here at all? I admit, it's definitely a good place to make people disappear, since no one would even notice. And now it's even raining. At this rate, we probably will see a ghost. Won't, what? Arg.
Did you really see a ghost, sir?
You traitor. Arg.
As you said, Hyung Nim, there's not a single soul around, so no one would even know if someone was murdered here.
Don't tell me, all that talk about it being the work of another organization.
I was curious because they all said you were a monster. But you're just an ordinary human.
I have to tell father.
Looks like I'll be having a tasty meal today.
The driver really played the long game. Poor Taewoo never saw that coming. And who is this? That entrance definitely doesn't look friendly.
It feels like someone's touching me. I can't move. It's as if something's on top of me. Who? What the? You.
Stay still. Don't move. Because soon, I'll make you feel comfortable.
What the? Why is this crazy guy? Why is he tending to a stranger's wound like this? Why is his body solid as a rock? What's going on? Every time this guy gets close to my neck, I feel. Where am I? Was it a dream? Don't tell me.
You're awake. I was worried, seeing as how your wounds were quite grave.
Mind telling me who you are?
I'm Yoon Seo Jun. And this is my clinic. For now, please stay put and relax. In your case, death typically comes from excessive bleeding. It's actually a miracle you woke up at all.
Taewoo wakes up completely confused, and honestly, anyone would be. Waking up in a stranger's clinic after getting betrayed is definitely not how he expected the day to end.
It's because I'm the kind of guy who recovers quite quickly. I can't sit around like this. Everyone's probably worried since I just disappeared. Besides, that guy. I never imagined there'd be a traitor lurking within the organization. The organization is in danger. Father. Doyeon Hyung are in danger. I'll be sure to pay you back next time for treating my wounds. But I have some urgent business to handle right now.
Well then. I thought I warned you to just stay still and relax.
What's with this guy?
I told you it'd be dangerous if you moved around like that. See? Your wound is open now. Just take it easy and stay here. Shall we have a look at this?
You're that guy from yesterday?
Strange that you remember. It's normal not to. But then again, normal people aren't as wounded as you are. You're a snack that really suits my palate. Because soon, I'll make you feel comfortable.
Bro just got drained and wakes up thinking, I need to warn everyone. Not what happened to me, or who saved me. His people are literally his first priority.
What's going on? I'm bleeding like hell. But, rather than being afraid that I might draw my last breath. But this strange feeling is pretty good.
Huh, I thought you were dead. Sorry, that must have hurt. Don't worry, I'll make you feel good soon.
Bro got led into a trap, got sneaky stabbed, kidnapped by a vampire, had his blood drained, and somehow woke up on the losing end of a very long night. Let's just say he got forcefully turned into a bottom. Talk about terrible luck.
Ah. Damn it. I think my wound ripped open. If only my body hadn't been hurt. I could have knocked this guy down and then gone back to father. Back then, father reached out his hand when everyone else looked the other way. I can't fail him now or Doyun Hyung. I realized this when I was 12. A fire broke out in the facility I was living in. When I opened my eyes after the blaze had swallowed everything, I found myself to be the only survivor.
So just to reiterate, you're extremely healthy?
Yes.
And here I thought you were some giant, considering how harsh your glare was. But you're only a kid?
What am I going to do? If it's necessary. Should I slash my belly too? Will I die afterwards or not? Would you believe me if I did that?
Ha! I see that you're quite audacious. Since you're provoking me in this situation. Alright. Work for me. Only then will I get to see if you're bluffing or not.
Every time I handled a few jobs entrusted to me, I started to get acknowledged. Soon after, I had a family.
Looking back now, it's hard not to see the warning signs. Taewoo thought he'd finally found a family. But to them, he may have just been someone they could keep sending into impossible jobs.
I'm alive. Why haven't I recovered yet? Oops, now's not the time for this. If I don't go back to father right now. What about that guy? Nice, looks like he's not here. I have to leave this place, now that that bastard isn't around. How long have I been out cold? I wonder if Hyung and father are safe. As soon as I sort this mess, I'll start by taking that jerk down. It's that guy's voice. Who's he talking to?
My apologies. I meant to call you, but there was a bit of an incident. I called you right after wrapping it up.
Is he in the middle of a phone call? More importantly, this is my chance.
I don't blame you, since he was a guy who stubbornly refused to die, like some cockroach. So, you hold proof that you've gotten rid of him appropriately?
This voice.
You're aware of my methods, yes? I dispose of everything, down to the last strand of hair.
Right. Thank you for your work this time as well. That is to say, for making him incapable of coming back to us.
I'm sure this is Doyun Hyung's voice. Why is Doyun Hyung? You're from our organization. But why would it be me? Was that about disposing of someone? Were you talking about that guy who stabbed me? Right. Of course you have to dispose of that traitor urgently. You. Who sent you?
As you heard just now. Park Doyun. Or actually, to be accurate, the person above him entrusted me with disposing of your remains.
Father did?
Bro was worried about saving his family, only to overhear a phone call that turned his entire world upside down. The moment Taewoo recognized Doyun's voice, everything he believed started falling apart.
You scumbag. You expect me to believe that? I'll have to call him myself. Give me your phone right now. Never mind. As expected, I'll have to start by dealing with you first. Then I'll find him and hear it from him firsthand.
I really can't let my guard down. You've come to your senses? There's still some drugs left in your system, so you'll feel groggy. My methods were rough, weren't they? I'm sorry. It's because I can't recover as fast as you do, Taiwu SSI.
What tricks are you playing this time? How long do you plan on playing around with me? You still have one more thing left to do, right? So when are you going to dispose of me? To tell you the truth, I still don't get it. Why would father?
You seem to have a lot on your mind. About that, in all honesty, I don't really have a good reason to keep my word to the organization any longer.
What? Your word?
Because I have you now. I need you, Kong Tae-woo. To be more specific, I need your blood. You see, there's an interesting rumor going around within the organization. That there's someone who won't die. Though I believe they were exaggerating it. I had no idea it was true all along.
Ah, what the hell have you been spouting since earlier?
I'm sorry. I'm entirely aware that what I'm saying sounds bizarre. It's because you're an individual I absolutely must keep alive. The culprit of the disappearances in District Z that everyone's talking about, it's me. Drinking the blood of those people is my way of surviving discreetly.
Blood? He lives off blood. So that wasn't a dream.
More than the organization needing you. Even more than you needing the organization. I desire you much more than that.
He wants me. Is it alright to treat the person you want so harshly?
Those rumors pumped me up. I simply wanted to verify those rumors. But I'll stop, since it seems that you also like me.
What the hell?
You're just like me. You're someone who doesn't belong anywhere, and nobody understands you. But I can understand you. I'll never betray you. I can stay by your side forever.
Stay by my side, you say. I see you only spit out deceptively charming words. You'd be in trouble if I were to escape, so you're stopping me from leaving. Anyways, that phone call. I wonder if it really was Doyun Ie Hyung? As expected, I'll have to verify this with my own eyes. Then, in order for me to believe your words, and to feel that you're standing right by me, I need you to convince me. Just as I thought. I'll have to deceive him.
Well then. Can I kiss you this time?
Bro really said, I was sent here to get rid of you. Then 5 minutes later switched to, actually, I need you forever. Meanwhile, Taewoo isn't buying a single word. He's already planning to play along just long enough to uncover whether Doyun, and even father, really betrayed him.
Why not? What's with this bastard? Always pouncing on me so suddenly. Yeah.
Is that a yes? Really?
This kind of mood is dangerous. You make it seem like the words you've said till now were sincere. Yoon Seo-jun. What you said about standing by me. Do you mean it? Hold on. I want to hear your answer first.
Pardon?
Earlier, you definitely said you wouldn't betray me. Do you really mean that? What am I saying?
Yes. There's no one but you. I feel that way now, and I will forever.
In such a situation, even I know such a conversation is pointless. What are you holding back for, now that we've come this far? Just drink up. That kind of thing won't kill me.
Seriously. Here I am, desperately holding back.
Seo-jun waited all this time just to hear go ahead. Bro did not waste a single second. Well, one thing led to another, and Seo-jun finally got everything he'd been holding back. Let's just say, the vampire didn't go hungry. And that's where we'll let your imagination do the heavy lifting.
I get that you're sincere now. But I haven't been able to eat properly for days, and I'm tired. So let's stop here.
Well then, should we eat? I doubt humans eat this kind of thing, right?
It's an opportunity one barely made for myself. Should I make my move after snooping a bit more? No. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that if I don't go now, I won't ever leave.
Tae-woo? What do we do? I only have this right now. You don't hate Chinese food, do you? Ha ha ha. I knew he would escape. Should I have just devoured him? I have a rough idea of where he went. So should I go get him?
Bro really had Seo-jun completely convinced for a second. Tai was been acting just enough to lower his guard. Then the moment food becomes the priority, he's already halfway out the door. Meanwhile, Seo-jun's first reaction isn't, did he escape? It's, should I go bring him back? Yeah, this vampire is down bad.
How? I'm sure I heard they disposed of your corpse. I killed you with my own 2 hands, so how come you're alive?
Ha ha ha. Can you really call it killing me, with this joke of a knife wound? You understand how I got the nickname, the Immortal?
Ah. So I see. That guy was telling the truth after all.
Anyway, you know about that. Where are Hyung and the boss right now? Seeing how there aren't many of you, it means that everyone stepped out. I bet you know where they are, right?
Bro found the worst possible person to ambush. Imagine thinking a tiny knife wound was enough to get rid of the Immortal. Tae-woo didn't even waste time celebrating. He immediately started hunting for the real people he wanted to confront.
Hyung, there's big trouble.
You moron. Don't you see we're in the middle of morning?
Well, Hyung is here.
Nonsense. How can a dead guy? It's not true, Father. I'm sure it's some misunderstanding.
I told you to properly dispose of him. But you even failed to do that? That's why you always fall behind him. Let him in. There's no point in trying to stop him. Oh, you're here, Tae-woo? We can't be having the main protagonist of this important event not show up. I see you're going to trouble me until the very end. Right, Donna?
Did I make a mistake towards the organization or something?
A mistake. I'm the one who made a mistake. I shouldn't have allowed a cockroach like you in the organization in the first place. Did you know a faction was formed in the organization because of you? I can't believe such a story dared to reach my ears when I've already appointed an heir. Though it happened because my son's skills are lacking in all respects. Whether you intended to or not, you did break us up bit by bit. So I believe you'll understand my decision.
It's not too late. It doesn't make sense that a faction diverged. I'll resolve the misunderstanding if I explain properly.
I bet fighting is too much for you. I'll end you painlessly, for old time's sake. You did a good job all this time.
You know that there's no way I'd betray you or Hyungnim?
That's right.
Then why?
That's the case right now, but that tenacious life of yours could end up dividing the organization again. It's wise to nip something like this in the bud.
This was rough. Taewoo walked in expecting answers, but instead found out his loyalty was never the issue. The boss had already decided that Taewoo himself had become a threat just by existing.
This won't do, President. He's mine now. I knew it. You're alive, Taewoo.
How did you?
Definitely the cleaner of that district. Well, he's the guy who was supposed to dispose of him, so let's kill two birds with one another. You get along well with other monsters, huh?
What the? The boss doesn't know that this guy is a monster? But, he did say it'd be troublesome if he got caught, and that he doesn't ever leave that district. So why?
Bro really showed up like a knight charging in to rescue the princess, except the princess looked more annoyed than grateful. The boss thought Seojun was just another subordinate, but he had no idea what was about to happen. In just a few moments, the entire power structure of the organization was wiped out. Then Seojun looked at Taewoo like, I came all this way to save you, only to realize Taewoo wasn't exactly celebrating.
What we said about standing by each other forever. I was sincere, but it looks like you weren't? I was thinking that I'd earn some points by saving you at the right time, but based on that face you're making, I wonder if I got you to hate me instead. That dude. If you want, I can kill him too.
Forget it. That's enough now.
Is it alright to spare him like that?
It's fine. 'Cause it's impossible for the organization to make a comeback after this. I bet it won't be long until Park Doyun also gets disposed of. 'Cause the number of enemies you have naturally increases when you work in this field. I thought this feeling would get better if I got revenge. Actually, I came here with the thought of dying with them in the first place. But I can't believe I can't even die properly. This goddamn body. It's nothing but a flat-out curse.
Your business here is over, right? Should we go back?
Go back?
What else would I have come out for, if not to bring you back? Here, come on. I might starve to death at this rate if you don't come. I already told you. You're absolutely necessary to me.
Necessary? I wonder if I can trust him. Won't I be deceived by sweet words like before and thrown away again? But if it's you, a monster like me, I think that it can be different this time.
We bring you news on the arrest of Mr. Park, the culprit behind the AA Funeral Hall homicide case that caused an uproar a few months ago. It has come to light that the culprit's motive was an internal power struggle concerning the successor of the OO group. According to the police report, the assailant and the victim were father and son, which is even more shocking.
How long are you only going to do that? Why are you being like that?
Doesn't it feel good?
It does feel good, but it's been a few months since I decided to be with this guy. Ever since that day, I'm spending every day peacefully, unlike before. There's only one problem. It's too peaceful. He's like an incubus, not a vampire. You don't eat that kind of stuff. How about something other than that? For example, blood, or something.
Of course I like that.
Finally.
But I'm fine today.
What? This bastard. Didn't he come get me because he needs my blood? No need to bother being shy. Just drink up like before.
No. I'm really fine.
When you're like this, I feel useless. You came to get me because you need my blood. Just take it and drink up when I'm saying it nicely.
But
even if you say that, you're not excited even if I do this? I see, it's not like he wasn't thinking about it at all.
Safe to say, Taewoo finally said, "Enough waiting." Bro waited months just to pick today to stop being patient. Seojun definitely wasn't expecting Taewoo to take the lead. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend we don't know what happened after that.
That's a relief. Ever since that day, you've only been nibbling on me. So I was wondering if you'd become a eunuch.
Ha 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 ha. Eunuch?
I'm not joking. Why were you like that?
That's because you were badly injured that time, you know? I was being thoughtful so that you'd recover comfortably.
Bullshit. I was passed out when you drank from me, back when we first met.
That was then. It's different now because Taewoo is mine now. Besides, I wanted to see Taewoo cute side. It's because I thought that you'd ask me first to do it if I waited just a bit longer. I had no idea you'd attack me like that, like a beast. I'm sorry. I see going through that was hard on you. I'll embrace you a lot from now on.
I'm gonna hold you to that. As you said, you're the one who took me in, so you'd better take responsibility. From now on, don't play that kind of joke on me.
I'll try my best to satisfy you.
You're laughing when I'm talking seriously.
But your face when you talk seriously is cute. I'll hold you against me every day from now on so that you're not anxious. On that note, how about going at it again?
Aren't you worn out? In exchange, you move this time.
Of course.
Bro went from, "I want revenge," to "Don't you dare ignore me." Character development is crazy. Seojun was trying to be patient. Taewoo said, "Yeah, we're not doing that anymore." That's one ending I did not see coming. And that's a wrap for Bloody Hell. I definitely wasn't expecting that to be the ending, but hey, they seem happy, so who am I to complain? Thanks for sticking with me from the beginning all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the ride as much as I did. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what manhwa I should cover next. I'll see you in the next one.